2 years before my first child was born, I started a micro business. And I started it with one YouTube video on my own personal channel. Now, it's not this channel, I made a new channel, but that goes without saying. Things were going well. I continued to make a few videos here and there. And I was doing this while holding down a full-time job. So it was difficult. But I made one fatal mistake that took 5 years of progress and success and completely nuked the business and my life with it. And that happened within a span of 90 days. And the mistake that I made was this. Now, I call it self-sabotage. Full disclaimer, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not clinically trained in any type of psychotherapy. I'm just a guy that's reflecting based off of his past experience. But here's what I was doing. I would do things every day, every week, every month that would push the business forward. And once I started seeing some progress and success, I would forget about what I had to do and what I did in order to see that progress and success. And because that level of success was completely alien to me, I am a person that grew up with not much, came from nothing, and started seeing some things happen in my life that were very positive. But once I started seeing those things in real life and can touch it and can feel it and can spend the money, I would self-sabotage. And I would, maybe in the back of my mind, not continue to do the things that were pushing me forward, or maybe, it's just human nature. I don't know. But regardless, I've learned the mistake. And I'd like you to do this one thing in order to not make the same mistake that I did. Because 5 years of consistently making this one fatal mistake ended up to a road where within 90 days towards the end, it was very clear that everything went bankrupt, lost everything, and put myself in a really bad position at the same time as well. So here's the thing that you have to do. Every day that you do things that push yourself or your business forward, write them down. And it doesn't have to be a to-do list. It just has to be a what have you done list. So write down what you did. Do it every day, every week. And after a month of writing it down, take note on how you're doing. And you might not be doing any different at all. You might just be completely stagnant. That's fine. But what you can do is you can look back on what you've done and then reflect on how you're doing right now. So if you have a good month and you're like, wow, I've made some money, or I've made some progress, maybe not money, but maybe it's views on videos, maybe it's followers, maybe it's just people that are asking you now to do, your service or to sell your product, or they're interested in it, whatever it is. And when you see a little bit of that success, then go to your logbook where you're writing this stuff down and look at the past 30 days, 4 weeks, whatever it is, and look at the evidence of what you did in order to get you that result. Then, when you have a bad month or a bad week or a bad quarter or bad year, whatever it is, do the same thing. Look back at the evidence. And you will recognize a pattern. And you'll probably have to go through at least one iteration of this. I went through 5 years of these iterations before I kind of learned this. And it really just clicked today, which is why I'm making the video and why I'm hoping that you don't make the same mistake as many times as I made. But when you recognize the pattern of what have you done to lead up to you doing well versus what have you done to lead up to you not doing well, you will essentially have something to look at and point to, and you will have put it down on paper and you have materialized it so that this way, if the data is there, you can now count the data and you can now hack. Hack is a bad word. There is no hack. There are no shortcuts. It just takes hard work. But you will at least be cognizant of what it is you're doing. And when you start falling into a slump, once you have recognized the pattern at least one time, next time you'll be able to catch yourself. And instead of having 5 years of going up and up and up and then slowly grinding down until it comes to a fault, you'll be able to catch yourself. Every time you start slipping up, you'll catch yourself. You bring yourself back up. And maybe you'll do that for a month. And then maybe all of a sudden you start falling again. Then you catch yourself and you bring yourself back up. And then eventually, hopefully, I'll be going on this journey with you, now having learned this lesson, and we'll all go up together.